I don't think I'm the only person searching for the cures of burnout at this moment. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, and every soul in between, I think we have a problem.
Burnout. Not just a figure of speech anymore. It's actually been declared a legitimate medical diagnosis by the World Health Organization.
I think we're experiencing as a culture, as a country, more burnout now than we were before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because a lot of people were near the edge before, and then all of a sudden COVID just put it up in their face.
Forgive me, it's just taking a lot.
Yeah.
Me was sad.
Literally feel so weird right now.
Me was cry.
It just hit me out of nowhere.
I'm burnt out.
I'm depressed.
There's something deeply unsettling about this world and the effect that this kind of work is having on people.
But this time it feels different because, like many individuals out there, this is not my first rodeo with burnout. My first big foray with burnout happened at the inception of this video.
What up, beautiful nerds?
Which was the beginning of this channel. Let us travel back to 2019. By then, the term burnout had really been ingrained in the cultural zeitgeist. And I knew by the lack of sleep and the influx of tears that I could really use some help. So then I got it. I started my prescription of Lexapro, I left my job at BuzzFeed, and things slowly but surely started to get better. So, I mean, if I already did all of that once, why am I here again? Is the expectation that the modern day worker should work themselves so hard until they hit a wall and then just rinse and repeat? And are we just expected to constantly get burnt out, crash and burn, somehow get back up again, and engage in it all one more again? Is this it? If so, fuck that. I'm running away to Canada. Well, I mean, not really, but kind of. Let me explain. I've snapped! Yes, I've snapped! You see, my beautiful nerds, my 9 to 5 has recently become a 7 to 8 type of work experience. My day job, which is I work for a production company dubbed Creator Plus, check them out. We've released 2 feature films this summer, which is no easy feat. I'm so proud of us. But because we have released 2 feature films, right? And while I have learned so much, and I continue to learn, my brain simply cannot take in anymore. Which brings me to my first point. My symptoms of burnout, or at least the symptom that I notice that is a clear red flag. Won't you join me for our inaugural coffee run? This is just a shameful walk for caffeine. Like, I am wearing my pajama shorts and this shirt. I am absolutely shameless. I look like garbage. Big old Greta Garbo. I can't even be bothered to button the last button, but it's caffeine. We don't make eye contact with anybody when we go down to the coffee bar. And if we do, it's fine. I don't care. They can see the situation, analyze, use their critical thinking skills, and know that's what's best for them is to not to get in my way. Listen, I'm gonna shoot from the hip and say that a good bitch can Google all of the symptoms of burnout, but I'm gonna just share what symptom that makes me worry, that causes me pause. That forces me to pause. My number 1 red flag is when I start to fantasize about running away. Not just like my home and my job. I mean, every single responsibility I've ever had and starting fresh, or just not even starting fresh, just continuing to travel. If the thought of getting a one-way ticket sounds orgasmic to you, maybe experiencing just a little bit of burnout. My work hours are starting to spill into my play hours, which is also making anything sound kind of gross to me. My job wants me to go to Toronto. Let me just a second. My job would like me to take my weekend, aka my personal time, and travel to Toronto, Canada, aka a different country, and recruit new talent and attend this film festival called Bufferfest. So it's a really cool experience for me. However, I'm burnt out. Nothing feels cool because I'm a piece of burnt toast. I see an opportunity here. Today, I woke up and decided all I really wanted was a massage and a bike ride. Saturday is a workout day. However, I'm burnt to hell. I'm so tired of my routine, of my work schedule, of everything. So I'm gonna switch it up and instead rent a bike, a city bike, and I'm gonna explore Toronto. I'm gonna explore the hell out of this city. But first we shower and coffee. And now I'm just going to relax before my massage. This feels very nice to not have to answer to anyone or like cater to anyone. Everyone here is so nice. I'm struck by how chatty and generous folks in Toronto are. And I'm also really struck by how nice it feels to just walk somewhere and walk in a city center, to have like a city built for walking. It's just like a sense of freedom for me to like have to just step outside and like go and not have to get behind the wheel of a vehicle. It's so nice. So yeah, I'm feeling happy. Beautiful nerds, I know that you know that going on vacation is an excellent way to shake off the sads. Traveling really requires a person to be present because you're in a new setting, you're dealing with new elements, and you gotta kind of find your way through it all. And when you're present, you're out of your head. When you're out of your head, perhaps you're not thinking about the elements that keep you burnt out in the first place. And honestly, in my case, traveling to a new country really required me to get out of my head. Even just seeing the French option, I was like, wow, new. Those first moments starting my day and not having to check on anyone felt weird. And it felt extra weird because I was burnt out. And those first couple moments waking up in Toronto, I was able to realize that, wow, I really needed to be by myself. I really needed to be in a new setting, traveling by myself. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Like, is this actually gonna work on her work trip vacation? And yeah, I am. And in fact, I have to get ready because I am going to the festival now. The King's Festival! We're at Bufferfest because we bought an ad spot. Marketing. And also, we are scoping new talent. I'm exhausted. This is my nap time usually, but you know what? We are breaking up the routine. That's how I'm gonna stay nimble, and that's how I'm going to take care of this burnout. Here's the look. Leather shorts, cute tennies. All of this is from ThredUp, by the way. Is that a word from our sponsors? I think it may be. LOL, this mental health breakdown is brought to you by ThredUp. Just kidding. ThredUp, believe it or not, is taking things off of my plate. It's because of ThredUp, I never have to worry about my fashion. If you don't know, or perhaps you are new to this channel, I am obsessed with ThredUp. Truly obsessed. ThredUp is a second-hand, sustainable option for online shopping. It sources gently used items and aggregates all of the pieces onto one site. Now, I am just like everyone else in this godforsaken internet. When I'm sad, I like a full cart. I do. It helps me with the sads. Online shopping is just simply a dopamine hit. And with ThredUp, I don't have to worry about my dopamine damaging the environment. And ThredUp is an easy way for you to express yourself using your fashion without sourcing all of your pieces through things that are bad for the environment. We all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name names, but so let's check out some of these cute looks that I've put together in the past couple weeks, and I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna take some of them with me in my new life in Toronto. First off, we have these leather waisted shorts. Estimated retail $75, but I got them for $17.99. Next up is this date night Free People summer dress. Estimated retail $52, and I got her for $12.99. The opening ceremony tee was originally $160 for a t-shirt, but not me. I didn't see that price tag because I got this puppy for $52. These Adidas flower sneakers that I now pair with literally everything were originally $115, and I copped them for $47.99. $47.99. And lastly, this rag and bone dress that was originally $262, I got her for $75. That's more than 50%, ma'am. I mean, just the savings, y'all. It doesn't get better than this. It's secondhand, but it feels so fresh and so new in these hands. I want you to check it out for yourself, and I want you to head over to thredup.com and use my promo code Devin35. You're gonna get 30% off your first order, my friend. Plus, some free shipping. It just doesn't get any better than this. I'm gonna let you go in a second, but first of all, did you know that thrifting or choosing secondhand first reduces your carbon footprint by 82%? 82%. It's a no-brainer. Come on now. Once again, head on over to thredup.com and use my code Devin35 for 30% off of your first order. All right, now back to the burnout. Live from the back of an Uber. It's me. Okay, so I just met the most insane character. I was sitting at the bar, and there was this guy, and he and I from across the bar acknowledged each other. Nothing like making eyes. No. I'm a grown-up. This man is a child. But anyways, I'm in Toronto. I pull out a joint. I'm looking for my lighter. This purse is, I don't know, she's deep. She goes deep. Couldn't find it, so he took his opportunity to light my joint. All right, we're in conversation. He knows every street in this city and which bartenders work at every bar and how much each of their shots are. Really interesting character. I left out the best part of the story. Called my lift because I have to go to the next thing. I was like, all right, gotta go. And he's like, oh, I'll come with. I'm like, up here, bud. I must have mentioned Patrick 4 times in conversation with him. It's kind of humiliating for everyone, but it's the first thing that came to mind. I love Toronto. Okay, yeah, so I chatted up a stranger, which is very easy to do in Toronto, Canada. Everyone there is so nice. This guy who I chatted up literally looked like a Euphoria character. Like he told me he was 25 years old. He did look like he was pushing 40. This man had lived a life. He had seen some things. Not my ideal topics of conversation, but it was really nice just to listen to someone else chat for a while. Did this experience of talking to a Euphoria character cure my depression? No. No. I mean, a little bit. Did you know that meeting new people and forming new social connections, even if they're temporary, helps combat the symptoms of depression? It seems counterintuitive because when I'm really burnt out and depressed, I don't want to be around anybody. But this longitudinal study across New Zealand from the Australian and New Zealand Journal of Psychiatry reveals just how important relations are for our well-being. We know this. Another longitudinal study, Cruise et al., it was established in 2013, okay, roll with me here, found that older adults who made new social connections by joining groups, forming clubs, etc., over 2 years were more likely to recover from their depression than those who stayed at home and didn't make new social connections. So you see, the point of me telling you all this is that science supports my decision to run away to Canada. I just woke up, as you can hear from my voice. It's another beautiful day in Toronto. I have things to do, work, for an example. I also have a workout, something I need to do, but I'm not doing any of that. Let's go explore. Here's what you need to know about Toronto if you've never been there. Food. This city has the best food ever. It is so good. I thought that I eat well in LA, but baby, ooh, Toronto, you eat. If you know what I mean. I mean, it's an incredibly diverse city. There are just a lot of folks from different cultures, different countries that have settled in Toronto. And with that, they brought their food. And good Lord, street food, bomb. Random corner shops, bomb. Beautiful restaurants, also bomb. I didn't have a bad meal while I was there. Ever since the pandemic, I have been in charge of the cooking in this life, in this household, and that's fine. I really do enjoy cooking, and I just really needed someone to make me a well-crafted meal. I needed to be taken care of in that way. And y'all, if you want to be taken care of by having someone cook food for y'all, go to Toronto. I've always wanted another finger tat, and I'm here. Glennie seems great. Let's do it. So this is the sketch. I kind of love it. Look how it turns. Okay, I'm not gonna film during the process. You can see it after. Done. How long do you think that took? 10 minutes, maybe? I'm very happy. There's nothing I love more than going to a new city, traveling to a new place, and getting a tattoo. Also, I love that in this moment, right now, the only people who know that I have another tattoo is my tattoo artist and myself. My life is my own, and it feels so good. My mom's gonna be so mad, especially because it's another hand tattoo. But man, if you ever go to Toronto, I highly recommend Pearl Harbor Tattoo on Kensington Street. Ask for Glennie. She's the best. Okay, so tonight's the gala for Bufferfest. And we're in a cute dress. One of the issues about traveling alone is sometimes you can't zip up your own dress. So I'm about to go ask the front desk if they can zip up my dress for me. Okay, Derek, I know. It is currently, where's my phone? Sorry, let me pass my hot dog the other hand so I can show you the time. 2:20. No, where's an after party, you know. I went, and then I got a chicken hot dog. Paid for it by a very nice stranger. It's my last night in Toronto. I feel different. Like, you can't help but not feel different when something is permanently illustrated on your body. And I really think I needed this. And I know I'm a little bit drunk, eating a Toronto straight dog, God bless. But I am so grateful for this experience. Past couple of months, I've really questioned who I am and what I want to do. I'm not saying that this trip to Toronto solved all of it. It didn't. But it helped me connect to who I am as a person. I eat the rest of this because I really want to eat the rest of this. Oh my God, it looks so good. Toronto didn't help me cure my depression because that would be ridiculous. It's a work trip, but I was only really there for like 48-ish hours. But what I will say is traveling by myself really helped me connect to Devin. This trip solidified some personal decisions that I had hanging in the ether. It made me feel secure enough in myself to even approach them. I have been burnt out before, and I probably will be burnt out again. But this trip reminded me that I too can get myself out of a rut. I just need a weekend. An all expenses paid trip, please, to somewhere else. First of all, thank you so much again to ThredUp for sponsoring and outfitting this entire video. If you're curious about ThredUp and shopping secondhand online, check out my promo code Devin35 for 30% off your first order. I understand I have a lot of personal privilege because I get to go on this work trip and it is completely paid for and I get to kind of leave my life. But I want to know from y'all in the comments below, how do you attack your burnout? Because not all of us can go on a trip. Unfortunately, not all of us can leave our responsibilities, even if it is for 48 hours. And I think that this is a great crowdsourcing opportunity for all of us. So let's brainstorm and let's bookmark this video so that we can come back to these comments later. All right, you beautiful nerds. I adore you guys. I adore y'all so much. And I'll see you next week. We are clamping her in. Amazing. Look at God. Look at how I problem solve. Honestly, I'm just so impressed with myself.